Okay, so here we go. So the next thing after adding the sheet and other things, now the next thing is let's look at how to apply the formulas, right? So the first formula that we are going to look at is the sum. So if you check the notes I sent to you, there's a function that we call the aggregate function, and that is for summing up. When we say sum, that is for getting the total of values. So here we are going to calculate for the total of the price, the quantity, and then the total itself here. So here, let's start with the price. So if you want to get the sum total, you just hit on your equal to sign, but you're going to perform calculation. Then you type your sum like this. You open parenthesis, which is bracket, shift and 9, open brackets. Then you click on the first cell that contains the 25. So I'll click on the 25. Then I'll hit on my column. So shift with the key will give me my column. Then I will click on the last cell that contains the 20. So I'll just click. Then I will close the parenthesis and then hit on enter like this. So once I hit on enter, you could see that I have my total price, which is 308. Now, the autofill is not only dragging vertically, you can do it horizontally. So I'll point my cursor here, then I will drag to the right side like this. You see, it will autofill for all of them, right? So here, let me add up the borders. So from the total up to this, so I'll just highlight them like this. And then I have my border lines. So I'll click on my drop down like this. Then I'll click all borders like this. So it is activated. So once it is activated, the next thing we want to look at or find the highest value. So let me type it. So highest value. Then here I want to find the lowest value. Then here we find total value. So highest, lowest, total value. No, not it. Yeah, total means we are going to count, and then the average value. So here with the highest value, I'll hit on my equal to sign, click on the first cell. We are doing it the same way again. Sorry, you hit on your equal to sign first, then you type the function. So the function to find the highest value is called the max, max. So I'll open parenthesis again, shift and 9, then I'll click on the cell that contains the 25, then shift and press the key, then the last cell that contains the 20, I'll click to highlight them, then I'll close the parenthesis, then I'll hit on enter. So once it is done, the next thing is just autofill. So I'll come back here again to the pointer here, then I will drag to the right side to autofill. Then the next one is the lowest value. Now note, if it is highest, then it has to be max. If it is lowest, then we use MIN, which is mean. So again, you start with your equal to sign, you type the name of the function, MIN, you open parenthesis, then you click on the cell that contains the 25 again, then you shift and press the colon key. You bring your cursor to the last item, you click on it, you close your parenthesis, and then you hit on enter. Then here, I'll point my cursor on the pointer again, then I'll drag to the right side because I said autofilling is not done vertically, you can do it horizontally. So you could see that here from 25 to 20, the least or the lowest price is 14. That's what you have. Quantity 2, the lowest is 1, then the total price, the lowest is 42. The next one is the total. So total, we are not going to use the sum, but we are rather going to count the values. So equal to, then we use count, then we open parenthesis like this. Then we click on the cell that contains the 25, and then colon again, click on the cell that contains the 20, and then I'll close the parenthesis. Then I'll hit on enter. So here the next thing is I'm going to move it to the right side again for auto filling. So here like this. So I'll have 10, 10, 10. That is after counting. That's the total. Then the next one is the average. So again, we are going to find the average value. So equal to, then the function we'll type is the average. Then we'll open parenthesis again. Click on the cell that contains the 25. Shift, you press. Now if you are looking for the column, it is, or the semicolon, it's right beside the L, right? After the L, you find the semicolon. So if you want to, we have semicolon, right? If you want to access the column, then you need to shift and press. So I'll click on the last cell, which is 20. Then I'll close the parenthesis. Then I'll hit on enter. So it will calculate and give us the average price. Let's autofill to the right side, and then it will give us the average for all of them like that. Now let's look at the next one, how to, let's say, how to change the font colors and then how to shade. So here when we say the font colors, let's say the product name like this, right? You know, by default is black, but I want to change the color to a different one. So I'll click on this, which is the cell B1. This is my font color, right? This represents for font color. So I'll click on a drop down, and then it will give me a couple of colors. So the one that I want to change, I'll just point my cursor and then I'll click on it, and then you see it will change the font color. That's how we change font colors. Again, if you want to shade, right? Shading is not changing font color. Shading is you are changing the background color, right? So here I want to change the background color is black. So I want to change the background color of my quantity. So this bucket, small bucket you are seeing, this is for shading. So I'll click on the drop down, then I'll choose any color. Mind you, whenever you are choosing a color for shading, it shouldn't be too bright to prevent people from seeing the content. So you just need to choose a lighter one. So this is okay. So after clicking, this is cool. So I think this color is okay. Then the next one, let's look at what we call conditional formatting, right? There's something that we call conditional formatting in Excel. Now, when we say conditional formatting, this is formatting that is based on the condition. Now, for example, let's look at the prices here. Now, we want to fill or label all prices that are let's say 20 cedis and above, right? Or 25 cedis and above. If the price is 25 cedis and above, we want the system to shade that cell, right, with a specific color. So first of all, we are going to highlight the cells from 25 up to 20 like this, because that's where we are going to perform the action. So you highlight them like this. After highlighting, there is a group that we call styles. This is the styles group, right? Inside the style, there is a ribbon that we call conditional formatting. So we'll click on the drop down beside it. Then we will see new rule, and then you see clear rules. So we are setting a new rule. So we click on new rule like this. So once you click on new rule, a new interface will pop up. Then you choose, you see format cells that only contains. You click on that one. And then you see under it, we have cell value, we have between the first box and then the second box. So here we are saying that prices that are 25 cedis and above. So we have to use greater than or equal to 25 cedis. So here between, you need to click on the drop down here. Then you choose greater than or equal to, you click. Then here, right inside the box, you click and then you choose 25 like that. So it means 25 cedis and above. Then here, the preview, we are going to click on format. So once you click on the format, we are clicking on format because we are going to fill it with a different set of colors when it is 25 cedis and above. So here you could see number, you could see font, screen, you could see border, you could see fill. We are filling. So we'll click on fill. Then what are you going to fill all those that are 25 cities and above with? So the color, let's choose, you can choose any color of your choice, but I want to use this yellow color, right? So you could see the sample, it has shown here after clicking. Then I'll click on OK. Then the last one, I'll click on OK again. Now look at the area that I highlighted for the action. So 25 cities, because I said greater than or equal to 25 cities. So 25 cities is having this yellow color, 35, 27, 65, and then 68, because they are all 25 cities and above, right? So that's what we call conditional formatting. Okay.